everyone, Mama Micah here. It is the last day of 2015 and I'd like to share with you my most anticipated games of 2016. These are in no particular order, and some of these games have hardly any details released, so there's not much I can say about them other than that I'm eager to learn more. So let's get right into it. First I have Horizon Zero Dawn. This is an action RPG for PS4 by Guerrilla Games. It's a post-apocalyptic world where humans have been reduced to being hunter-gatherers again. We're fighting against these large, mechanized creatures that are kind of the last remnants of technology from the civilized world that has been destroyed. We don't know by what yet. The concept of this game is really interesting to me. It won an award at E3 for Best Original Game. I definitely think it deserves that, and I can't wait to learn more. Next I have For Honor. There's hardly anything out about this game, so I have a snippet from the Ubisoft website of what they say it's about. It says For Honor is a competitive third-person melee fighting game mixing speed, strategy, and team play with visceral close-range combat and multiplayer action. Looking around their website, I found that there's a few different warrior types. They have samurais, knights, Vikings. I assume they might add more, but we'll see. I'm very interested to see how each one plays in the game and what strengths of each one are. I'm definitely excited for the different weapons that I'm sure will be available to each class. And that game's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Next, I have South Park: The Fractured But Whole. That's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I was absolutely thrilled with the Stick of Truth. That game was phenomenal. As a South Park fan, it was wonderful to play through. One of my favorite parts of the game, it sounds silly, but was having an actual map of South Park and seeing the city all laid out. That was really cool as someone who's watched the show and really enjoyed it. In this game, they're not playing as Lord of the Rings, they're playing as superheroes. I can't wait to see what kind of strange powers the kids have. I'm sure it's going to be even funnier than the last game. And once again, that is by Ubisoft, just like the first one was. Next on my list is Gears of War 4. Gears of War is my favorite series, and I'm so happy that in 2016 they're going to make one for the Xbox One. I really hope that they can learn from their mistakes from the Gears of War Ultimate Edition multiplayer. There was a lot of problems with weapon balancing, with maps that were just unbalanced for certain game modes. I really hope they can take all those things that were wrong with Ultimate Edition and can turn it into better gameplay on Gears of War 4. I really hope the multiplayer has a smooth launch, unlike on Ultimate Edition. I just hope that they can take those lessons and make Gears of War 4 an even better game. The campaign, I'm sure, will be phenomenal. I was a little disappointed that the original cast wasn't in it, especially Baird, who's my favorite. But I'm excited to see the new characters they've brought out and what each one's skills are going to be and their personalities. I look forward to every Gears of War game. Most importantly, I really hope there's a Horde mode. In Gears 2 and Gears 3, Horde mode took up most of my time, probably even more time than multiplayer. I loved the Horde mode, so I really look forward to Gears 4 and hope they show us some of that soon. Next on my list is Tom Clancy's The Division. That is going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We've been waiting for this game since E3 2013, and we still haven't gotten many details on it. The basic premise of the game, which we've really only recently been given, is that the Division is a set of agents who are called in after a deadly virus is released in New York City on Black Friday. In only a few days, the city is in ruins, society has collapsed, and it's now up to the Division to bring things back to normal. Next I have Homefront The Revolution. This is being developed by Dambuster Studios and published by Deep Silver. This is going to be available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I hated the first Homefront game, and I hated myself for hating it. I was so excited for that game, I was dying to play it, and I forced myself to play it even though it felt like such a chore. The game was just bad. The story was okay, not terrible, but the gameplay was just awful. Enemies had the most overpowered guns when every gun that I used felt like a toy. It just wasn't working, no matter how carefully I played, no matter how strategically I played. It just felt like every single level was working against you. So I really forced myself to play this game even though it felt like a chore, and I could not make myself like that game. So hopefully with Homefront The Revolution, it'll be a fresh start for the series, and by all means, if it's a great game, I'd love to see more from the series. The idea of a war on US soil was a really interesting one, and I would have loved to have that first game go over better. Homefront The Revolution is set in Philadelphia, which has a lot of historical significance in America, so maybe they'll play on that because it is a war game. I can only wait to see what they're going to have, but I really hope it's the breath of fresh air that they needed for the Homefront series. Alright, next I have Metroid Prime Federation Force. I know this game got a lot of negative feedback, and mostly because everyone says it's not really a Metroid game, and I completely agree with that. I think if Nintendo had called it anything else, just released it as a brand new series, I think this would have gone over a lot better. But all that aside, it is a cooperative first-person shooter being developed by Next Level Games. We really don't have many details about this. We know it's got some single player, we know it's got a few multiplayer modes. I'm just excited for this game. I love my 3DS. I don't often buy games, I rent a lot of them. This one I'll probably definitely rent, maybe buy, but I'm looking forward to it. The last one I have on my list is Quantum Break, and this is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. It's brought to us by Remedy Entertainment, who created Max Payne and the Alan Wake series. We really don't know much about this game so far. The idea of time travel, manipulating time, is always interesting. There are so many more games that I would have loved to have on my list, but I tried to pick the ones that really stood out to me or that I've been really excited for. But a few more that I would like to mention are Sea of Thieves, Lego Marvel's The Avengers, Uncharted 4, No Man's Sky, Recore, Firewatch, and there's still more games that I didn't mention, like Cuphead. There's so many great games coming out in 2016. It's going to be a great year to be a gamer. Let me know in the comments below what your most anticipated games of 2016 are. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.